Yeah, proud of our team for kind of finding a way to win. Didn't feel like we were at our best tonight, but did enough to pull it out and continue to battle throughout. I thought Kyley did a great job of getting us going offensively, hit 3 threes in the first few minutes, and I thought she played with a lot of energy tonight. And it was good to get up and down, and certainly we got winded at time and know they got to battle through some things. But proud of our team for finding a way. I thought Kyley led us, and I didn't feel like we got as many post touches as we should have, and obviously we'll watch the film to figure that out. But we got to get Tree the ball a little bit more on the block and in situations where she can score. But I like the fact that we had a lot of different players make threes. I thought Sarah Hartwell gave us a lift. I thought her offensive rebound in the second half with the energy plus she played with was good. And then Brooke played with a lot of confidence. Her scoring 9 points and 3 for 5 from the field. It was good to see Brooke play the way she did. But proud of our team, and we'll get ready for a really good team on Sunday.
Questions for players?
Kyley, you hit a three-pointer like seconds into the game. I know last year it took 2 games before you guys had a three-pointer made. Just, I guess, to knock one down that early was a nice little confidence boost.
Yeah, it felt good after the exhibition game when, I was more of a pass-first point guard. And I just started with a three-pointer, but I couldn't do it without my teammates. They give me the ball when I'm open and give me all the confidence in the world. Coach does, and that's all I need.
Chatrice, how frustrating is it when, your teammates are trying to get you the ball in the post and, the zone defense that Chicago State was playing was just kind of swarming you? How frustrating is it when, it's hard to get touches in the post?
Yeah, no, they definitely had a really tough inside game. The zone was really cluttered in there. Every time I turned, I knew someone was coming to double team that. But my teammates are really good. Even if when they do get it into me, then they're really good about spotting up, and I'm able to kick it back out to them. And we have a really good inside-out game, and we just play off of each other, so it makes it better.
I guess offensively, from the exhibition game to tonight, just what do you think was the difference where you just weren't quite as on?
It just happens sometimes, I guess. There's nothing you can really say. It just happens, next game we're going to come out and we're going to play as hard as we can and just do our best.
I think we really have to credit Chicago State's zone defense. We're not used to playing a lot of teams that play zone against us, but, we made the best of it and we adjusted, and, Sarah and Kyley knocked down some huge threes for us, and Brooke as well, so that helped us out.
Your team recorded 19 steals but turned the ball over 20 times. How do you cut down on those turnovers whenever you have a night where you're getting a lot of steals?
I'll take this one.
Okay.
As a point guard, it starts with me. When I'm trying to force those long passes in transition that aren't needed, that's when it starts. That's where it starts, and I can do a lot better job of controlling that and getting my teammates under control and just getting the best shot that we can get.
Do you feel like, maybe as it got later in the game, that your defense just starting to frustrate them a little more?
Yeah, our buzz defense just wears on people. The longer we run it, I feel like the more intense it gets. So.
There were about 1,000 fans in the stands tonight. How much of a difference is it having 1,000 fans packed in Parkland compared to maybe 1,000 fans in the State Farm Center?
I think it's definitely louder in Parkland, and it's definitely closer. And the atmosphere at Parkland is great for us because all of the fans here are Illini fans, and that's great for us. Compared to State Farm, we love State Farm. We're excited to get back, but Parkland is a good alternate place for us.
There's a stretch in the second quarter, 5 minutes worth, where you just couldn't get a shot to fall. Are those stretches frustrating, and how do you maybe handle that where you don't let it go any longer than 5 minutes?
Yeah, Coach does a really good job of, you miss a shot, stay aggressive. You turn the ball over, stay aggressive. And we got a really great inside-out game, like Tree said, and when things aren't going our way, you just got to stay aggressive. Keep going at it. Be confident in what you've been doing the rest, your entire life before this,
In the third quarter, late in the third quarter, you picked up your 4th foul, and I know in the exhibition game you were saying that was something you wanted to cut out. What was going on tonight with that?
Yeah, sometimes I get ahead of myself. I get a little too aggressive going after, shots that I miss and aren't necessarily needed. But, it's still an area that I need to improve on. And, Coach has confidence in me to put me back in the game, even with 4 fouls in the fourth quarter, that I'm not going to foul out. And that gives me more confidence to play smart.
One more question for players? Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thanks.
guys.
You spent the preseason saying this could be made the best offensive team you had. And I think at times maybe we saw that tonight.
Yeah.
Was this a little bit maybe of a drop off from the exhibition?
Yeah, I didn't feel like we were sharp offensively as we were in the exhibition. To the Chicago State zone had a little bit to do with that, and I just didn't feel like we moved the ball quite as well. And I think we got a little bit tired at times, and didn't go to the offensive boards quite as well. But overall, it's good to see several kids step up and make some threes, and I think our movement against the zone was a little bit stationary and didn't get quite the ball movement or quite the cutting. But we certainly have spent more time against man because I think we can be great against the zone with as well as we shoot it. But tonight we were a little bit stagnant and didn't have the flow that we needed.
Coach, when you only go 9 players deep, how crucial is it that your players stay out of foul trouble, and especially when Chatrice and Alex are your 2 post players and they're both struggling with foul trouble?
Yeah, and I think it could change the game. Alex just just never got in the flow. I think she had 3 fouls in the first half in like 5 minutes, and just foul trouble can really change how you play, and certainly that hurt Alex tonight. And her and Tree have got to be really disciplined with how we defend and still be aggressive but be smart as well. And certainly tonight that showed a little bit with Alex not playing as well as she's capable, and even Tree, having to sit her at times is not what we want to do. Certainly she's tired. We're going to give her a rotation, but we don't want to have to sit her because of foul trouble if we don't have to. So those 2 are going to have to be really disciplined, and they're long and athletic, so they're going to block some shots. But can you do that without being in foul trouble?
I mean, 10 threes tonight, and I think it was 4 games in last year when you had
Yeah.
so many. Is that just a better thing to see?
Yeah, I think we're more confident shooting the ball for sure. I thought Kyley's start was great. She hit 3 in the first 3 or 4 minutes, and I thought she was really good. And it's great to see Sarah step up and make some, especially when Sarah didn't have a great start and then step up and made some shots later. So that was good to see her to kind of calm down and get into the flow. And then Brooke, I thought, brought some good confidence coming off. And so, hopefully we'll continue to do that. I think Ashley's going to be a great shooter for us as well, and I think we'll shoot it better than we did tonight at times.
Coach, I asked your players this, but the 20 turnovers against a team like Chicago State who won 4 games last year, how do you improve going forward, and was that what you anticipated tonight? Yeah,
no, I think we just got sped up a little bit. We want to run, we want to be aggressive, but then there's times we were running, we didn't make the easy pass. And, I think that's something about just being the first game and probably being a little too excited at times. And, we talk a lot about making the easy pass, and I don't think we did that. A couple times we tried to force lobs up the court when the easy pass was, to the wing or advance the ball yourself. So just a little more. I think we will do a good job taking care of the ball. I think we've got good guards to do that. But I think tonight we got a little sped up and ahead of ourselves at times and just didn't make the easy play.
Yeah. Late in the second, I want to say second half, I can't think of what quarter it was. It's going to be something new. Brooke got a steal, went coast to coast for a layup. I mean, that's something we just didn't see from her last year. Just how much has maybe her game developed?
Yeah, she's so much more confident, and just in practice, she made 3s in practice last year, but she's been a lot more consistent. You can just see she's moving better. She's better off the dribble, attacking better, and just looks more balanced. And I think she did a good job having her 3s be the right 3s. I think last year at times she'd come in and be so excited that her first 3 would be, maybe a little quick or a little bit tough. And tonight she was better at just letting it come to her and a little bit and shooting more of her rhythm shots. And I think that's going to lead to more confidence for her. But she can really shoot the basketball, and I think she's a kid that could continue to be successful making 3s for us.
Coach, half your field goals were 3-pointers, but you're outscored in the paint 32-20. Was that just because of the zone, or are you looking this year to be more of a perimeter shooting team than feeding the ball in low?
Yeah, I think we want to do both. I kept saying we got to find Tree, and we just didn't see. There was times where she had it posting up, and I don't know why. We seemed a little rattled with the ball today. There's times when the ball went to the wing, the ball went to the baseline, and Tree was sitting wide open, and it's like we didn't see it. And then when we did throw it, it was late. I think we just kind of lacked the right timing, the right flow tonight. Certainly, I think we're going to be able to get the ball to Tree's hands and do more of that. And Tree's got to get in better shape, and continue to do that. It takes energy to post and seal and to man the ball, but we need her to do that on a consistent basis and get a lot of touches inside. But I think we'll be an inside-outside. I think it's going to help us the more threes we can make, because it makes it a whole lot tougher to double team and really can put a lot of people in the lane if we can shoot the ball the way we can.
Ohio on Sunday, what do you need to do differently than you did tonight?
Yeah, I know they're going to shoot it better than this team did tonight. They're a really good three-point shooting team. I think last year in their first game they scored 111 points. They're really good offensively. I think they're going to play more man than the team probably did tonight. But just bring more energy. I thought Kyley had great energy tonight, but we just didn't. I don't know what first game jitters, or we missed a couple of shots, or why it was. But didn't feel like we had consistent energy, and that's going to be big against Ohio, because it's going to be a game of runs. They're a team that can really score the basketball, and they drive it well, they shoot it well. So it's going to be a great challenge on Sunday. A team that will play in the NCAA tournament, and I think they could win in the NCAA tournament.
Coach, your team looked like it was getting a lot of shots up early in the shot clock. There was never a time where really the shot clock was forcing your team to take a bad shot. So is that up-tempo style what you're gearing towards your team playing this year, and is your team in shape and ready for that?
Yeah, certainly we want to push the ball and be aggressive. And I think tonight, I thought in the exhibition we did a great job of pushing the ball and making good decisions. Tonight we got a little excited and didn't always make the easy pass. But, at times we're going to play small, and so we want to play fast and spread the court. And so certainly trying to attack, and then having a feel for the times when we don't, making sure we're getting touches and doing that. So we want to play aggressively and play fast, but you're not always going to be able to do that. So just being able to play different styles, because I think that's really important to success.
Thanks,
All right,
Coach.
thank you.